Okay, so we're talking revision, and we're talking revision for part A of creative media. You guys have got your exam in January, so what we're trying to do is trying to get you ready for that exam. First thing we're looking at is the two main types of media. We're talking digital first of all. So digital, mainly what you're looking at right now when you're watching this video is all digital. We're talking about digital cameras and basically anything that's presented to you on a screen that uses pixel technology will normally be in some kind of digital representation. Digital cameras, like I say, we're talking about digital technology when it comes to saving data. We're talking about binary, zeros and ones, and in particular, what we see with digital is that it is way more expensive. Cha-ching! More of a cost. Cha-ching! A discrete signal as well, and when it uses that discrete signal, it will allow for more quality when it's copying, because it's easier to make a copy of a mathematical zeros and ones digital copy than it would be analog. So of course, televisions that were needed aerials, and now we've moved over to this digital technology from analog. We get a lot more in the way of quality. We get a lot more in the way of access. What they always do say as well with analog is that analog was cheaper, and as a result, not only cheap, but easier to fix as well. So that's something worth remembering, is the cheap aspect. And also it uses a continuous signal, which doesn't change. Whereas what we see with digital, instead of continuous, it goes up and down and is a lot more rigid. Okay, so analog, digital, the two main types of technology when it comes to media. So guys, moving on to the media sectors. Now, as you know, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different media sectors. These sectors are moving image, we have audio, we have publishing, and we also have websites, and of course gaming technology. Okay, so starting with gaming. Gaming is amazing. You can watch the video that I made previous to this that has lots of information about gaming and how it's transcended, going from cartridges to CDs, now moving on to DVDs and Blu-ray discs, and of course that allows for more storage capacity, better graphics, smoother animations. Oh my gosh. We're talking about better sound quality. We're talking about being able to record in ways that we couldn't before, because back in the day when I was using my 8-bit master systems and NESs back in the day, it didn't have that sort of flexibility, that sort of allowance for really long orchestral pieces to be recorded. And that's not to say games are any better now than they used to be, but definitely there's more capability for graphical technologies to be used. On another level, we're talking about audio, we're talking about podcasting, we're talking about the use of being able to download, we're talking about the different ways we can listen to radio now. If we're going to talk digital analog, one of the biggest transitions back in my day was going from vinyl records, which were these big black records that you could buy in shops, to go into digital, which was CDs, and obviously they were a lot easier to produce and mass produce, and also allow for a lot more copy protection than you could get on other systems. Definitely. Taking it to publishing. Publishing, again, we've got digital and we've got analog. Traditionally, you can download magazines, you can download books straight onto your tablets. When you do actually think about it, there's also, of course, normal traditional magazines which you can buy in the shop. WH Smith's, other magazine shops are available. News agents, etc., where you can get actual hands-on with a magazine. And you know, one of the great things about digital publishing now is you can include things like sound, you can include things like interactivity, being able to click on a picture, make it bigger, stretch it, put it on multiple different platforms. You know, that's really handy. Now, when it comes to websites, that's also a fantastic way to view, and you can, of course, you know, if you've got your own website, as you know, you can change it anytime. You can, you know, add detail as you see fit. Wikipedia is a great example of that. Wikipedia will be constantly updated with things that are changing. As news develops, we'll see more and more updates as it happens. So it's what we call dynamic. That's right, dynamic. And what we also see is the fact that static is something that can't change. So obviously, if I print a magazine, it would be very hard for me, unless I rip out pages, it'd be very hard for me to change what has been printed. It's there, it's static. And that's what we get to see with books as well, is that it's not something that can change easily. The digital mediums now, you know, so much of that can be changed. So yeah, there's moving image. So moving image is massive. Obviously, we're talking television, we're talking YouTube, we're talking animation, we're talking adverts that now aren't just static, but actually do move and you can interact with. I'm pretty sure in the future we'll be able to walk around, and as we walk, people know what we like, what we don't like, courtesy of Facebook and other social networking apps, where when you think about it, we tell those apps what we like and what we don't like already. So as we walk down the street, it won't be hard for them to know who we are, maybe by biometric recognition, whether it be fingerprint, eye scan, or some sort of other method that they can use to tell who we are. It probably won't be very difficult for them to be able to throw lots of adverts our way that are customized to our life. It is very cold in the Agyeman mansion. So yes, moving image, audio, all of this stuff is available, guys. Go to Edmodo and you will see that there is a myriad, a plethora of information that I have put on there for you guys to digest. Let's say it together. Synergy, yeah, synergy. And basically what we get with synergy, promote. We're talking about promotion in very different ways. So we're talking about something that takes place whereby your product is promoted using all of the mediums that are available, right? So we're talking website, we are talking magazine, we are talking YouTube, and of course streaming technology, moving image. You know, we're talking using TV channels, we're talking about using various different websites and downloadable platforms such as Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, all these different places in order to get your information and get your information out there. I would like you guys to find me on as many platforms as available. That's not for my own shameless self to big myself up, but that's to try and make it as available to you guys as possible. So if you want to find out about how to revise, I'm not only going to give you guys a PowerPoint, I'm not only going to make a video, but I'm going to find different ways to get my message to you guys. That's what it's about, and hopefully more people can get access to it. So that's what we're talking. Now guys, your test is going to be on Thursday. Hopefully this video will help you with that massively. It's going to happen in our double lesson, so make sure you're ready for that, and I'll talk to you guys about this tomorrow or today or whenever you've heard about this video.